Hey there guys, so today we have another beer talk and I wanted to cover the argument about growlers versus crowlers. And so first off, I wanted to cover what Augie Carton from Carton Brewing says. He despises crowlers. He first of all says that he loves cans as being a superior product to bottles because he's able to package them. It doesn't allow any light in, nor does it allow any air in, whereas bottles or swing tops will have some allowance of air. But talking about why he hates crowlers, so he loves cans, but crowlers he doesn't like because you're causing more wastes. Growlers, you fill it up, you reuse it, fill it up, reuse it, fill it up, reuse it. The crowler, you only can use it once, even though it's recyclable. You're offering more material to be recycled and quote unquote wasted. The other thing he doesn't like about it is that he finds that people treat growlers differently. People find growlers is draft beer, they drink it very much immediately, whereas a can or crowler people end up treating like a regular can, and he's seen that people keep these crowlers longer. Replying to that, number one point I agree with. It's wasteful. Cans are wasteful, even though you're recycling them. Bringing back a growler constantly is saves money and energy. There's also a retail cost issue about it because crowlers cost money to either the retailer or it's put onto the customer. So now you're spending more money for a single-use product, even if it's recyclable. That's quote unquote waste. The other issue about the draft and freshness issue, I think it's just up to the retailer. I mean, if you're good about it and tell your customers treat this as if it was a growler, drink it within a week, ideally. Try not to keep it longer than a month. Oscar Blue says a month for their crowlers. Then sure, I think that's on the retailer. Educate your customers. And then, so that's what I do at work. I've, personally filled at least 100 crowlers, sealed and filled at least hundreds of crowlers. And that's what I try to tell the customers, drink it fresh. Yeah, so there you go. The other issue I actually noticed about growlers is that sometimes people, like with the 64s, 64-ounce growlers, they end up, drinking half of it and then just leaving it back in the fridge, capping it, and then hoping that it, will be good the next day. But unfortunately, you've allowed all this air in. There's loss of carbonation. So the 64-ounce growlers had the issue. Granted, the solution to that are these, 25-4-ounce swing tops or the 32-ounce growlers, just smaller growlers, more reasonable amount of size for a growler, and just fill those up. That's the advantage. So one other issue I want to bring up is that even though there's some air getting in through a growler, you're usually not going to mess it up. As long as you screw the top tight and you have the swing top, it's going to be pretty okay. The thing with crowlers is that they're not always perfect. I maintenance the machine at work, and it just doesn't always offer a perfect seal. And the example is here. So my friend went to Al's of Hamden and filled up a crowler for me, and I think he gave it to me okay, but then when I brought it home, it turned out like this, and I could sort of feel that there's some softness to it. I don't know if the can is carbonated, and then you see it sort of just leaking. And people have actually brought crowlers back to where I work because the seal isn't perfect. And at this point, there's nothing you can do about it. With this, if you notice some leakage, maybe you open it a little bit, let a little pressure off, make sure that seal is really good and tight. It's hard to really mess up a growler too much, even if something gets messed up. This one, you're done. The seal is the seal. There's some opening here and I don't know where it is, and that's it. So I'm gonna try to drink this as fast as possible, so I'll actually be reviewing this. So yeah, there you go. So those are a few points that I wanted to bring out there. So therefore I would generally say that I think growlers are a better product, mostly because of the waste issue. It's just like, it's just less waste. People keep getting to reuse this. That's really good. And then there's the other issue is that you can't always offer a proper, perfect crowler. Like, not every crowler is going to be perfect and not going to end up leaking, whereas a growler, as long as you screw that top tight and you put the swing top on, you should ideally be okay. And even if it's leaking a little bit, you can try to fix it. This one, you're done. This one's pretty much probably ruined, but we'll see. So post in the comments below what you think about growlers versus crowlers. I'm going to review this beer later.